So I've taught video for a really long time, and I've heard that Google now has a video editing program that's online or web-based. So I wanted to check that out and just kind of see what it looks like and see how useful it is. And I thought it might be interesting for you just to watch as I explore for the first time me using Google Vid. So if I go to vid.google.com or you Google search for video, you'll see this. And when you get here, you'll do File, New Video, and you have a few options here. I can add files to my project by doing that Google Vid. I have this audio file here. It's causing a little bit of an issue, but when I double click on it there, it just loaded. So I guess we're good. Okay.
New life, the environment.
So there we go. I've got a little blank box above that. Normally I'd be dragging in a video clip, but with this particular project I'm going to drag in a image. It doesn't like my image either, so let me double click on it. And what do you know, it opens right up when you double click on it. That's kind of interesting. Huh, okay. So I just resized that a little bit to get that into the window and match that up.
New life, the environment.
And then I've made this project before in Adobe Express. So I have all these stock footage clips already in from Adobe Express. I just downloaded them. So here's my next
Everyone
clip.
likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving.
Fine, so we need to find our end spot. I can just drag this over to end right there. So far so good. It's a little bit small, so we can scale this back up to fill the screen. That seems a little clunky in the way that you do that. So there might be a better way to do that than what I just did. And it kind of merged those two things together. That's kind of interesting as well. We'll have to figure that out as we're playing through this.
The environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellite.
So I'll bring my next video clip in. I just clicked the plus sign. Gosh, it's not liking a lot of stuff, but when you double click it, it opens right up. That's really interesting. So I'll add that to my list of things to try to figure out why that is happening there. Oh, and it popped up a little transition box, so I can add a transition there later.
Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones.
Cool, so we got that clip. We'll add the next one. Looks pretty straightforward. Let's see if I can just replace this. It seems like there's just something weird about having those two clips nested. I'd rather have them as separate clips here, so there's got to be a way to do this. So I'll make a new clip with that logo. I'll move the logo up front, and then maybe I'll have to slide my audio over, I guess. Okay, and then I guess I can trim this off. That might be the easiest way. And to me, this looks better. So the clips are now separate. Not sure exactly why they were merged.
Everyone likes it,
look that up
so
later.
do we. That's why we. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to.
Pretty good. I kind of like how you can just slide it. It's very much like Adobe Express or Canva. Like you just can grab the end of the clip or the beginning of the clip and kind of shrink it.
Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm.
This video clip here.
Genetically modified seeds and
it's going to end somewhere around there. So drag that over to trim that. Hit the plus sign. We'll bring my next clip over, which is my drone. This is going to be a pretty short clip. There we go. And you can see on my waveform monitor where the waveform there that needs to end right there. Then we'll go to my next clip. Yeah, for some reason when I try to drag it right over, it doesn't seem to like that as much as me hitting a plus sign, adding the little box for the video clip to go, and then increasing that size there, which is just kind of an odd little workflow. But like I said, this is my first time using the program, so there might be some sort of little thing I'm missing. So I'm going to trim off the beginning of that clip. I want the little plant growing higher. Yeah, same thing with my drone clip. It didn't fill up, so I'll just have to scale it up. No big deal, just kind of an odd workflow.
Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm. Genetically modified.
Okay, then my next clip. I have these little scientist, folks there. And this clip will actually go before the grass. I'm going to have to move that over. So let's see where I want this to end. So satellites and drones
have reshaped the way we farm.
Somewhere right there. That's
genetically modified seed.
So I'll drag that clip over.
Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections. Add new life.
Refinement there. And then need that to end right there. And then I have for my final scene, like a little robot picking up a plant. I'll probably want this to begin a little bit. I think I want to start with the robot, maybe.
AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement
begin
in
a
the
little bit
food
later in
production
that
line.
clip.
New
I'll take
life.
some of that first part off.
At New Life,
cool.
AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line.
And then I'm going to end with the logo again. So let's do that plus sign, drag the logo over, and kind of center it. And that's essentially the commercial, at least the rough draft of it, the rough edit of it.
New Life, the future of food. The future of food.
Kind of cut off a little bit of that audio garbage at the end.
The future of food. Future of food.
There we go. Missed a little piece of that. Okay, so I've got my rough edit here. Now let's see what kind of effects and things we can find. So let's explore the menu. Didn't see anything under tools. I don't think I want styles per se. Image format, animation, there we go. So this is kind of like, I guess what they have sort of on Google Slides. That's kind of nice. Maybe I'll go with that. Maybe do something similar here at the beginning. So I can't just select the window, I have to select the item that's in there for that to work. So that's good to know. Cool, so just some nice simple little effects there. That tends to work kind of well for this logo because it's on a white background, and so the default white background of that
New
behind
life,
the logo
the environment.
Looks just fine. Kind of blends in. Transitions up easy, so I'm just clicked in there in between there, and
New life, the environment.
Fine.
Everyone likes it, and so do we.
Click on that
That's
one.
why we're committed to saving
pops up. There's only, 8 of them, so it's not a huge selection, but they work. I don't think I want slide. Maybe that would be okay. can slow down the duration if I need to. I'm okay with that for right now.
The environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it.
Maybe a little cross dissolve or something between those, or maybe I'll just leave it a cut.
That's why we're committed to saving it.
Weird, it shifts a little bit when you add a transition. I guess that's good to know.
Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we fly. Satellites and drones have reshaped
I think the dissolve. I think that's going to work good. Okay.
Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm.
Let's just see if we can get a little bit of variance here. We got a couple dissolves, then we got the slide.
Reshaped the way we farm.
Every time I add the transition, it shifts everything just a little bit. It's kind of interesting compared to most editing programs.
Seeds
it would pretty much stay pretty solidly there.
Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections.
So cool. I'll go through and
New Life,
do the rest of the
AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line.
Once again, it shifted just a little bit when I added that transition, so I'll just shift that over.
Involvement in the food production line. New Life. At New Life, AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line. New Life, the future of food.
Cool, so let's look around and see what else we got here. So I don't need to replace anything, but there is lots of stock stuff. That's kind of neat. See if we can't find a different tree. Well, that's cool. Let's just try to add that. That replaces that right in that same spot. So hopefully that didn't shift anything.
So do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones.
Definitely shifted something. It says it's 51 seconds long. That is crazy. Google, if you're watching this is nonsensical. Once I have a video clip and I've defined how long it needs to be in the edit, like it needs to just, when I replace the clip, fill that amount of space. That's super odd that it expands out the whole clip there.
Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it.
Okay, well now that we've got that fixed,
satellites and drones have reshaped
see if anything
the way
else
we
slipped
farm.
when I added that
Genetically modified
video clip.
Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm.
Just a little slip here and there, so go and fix those little things from the transitions.
Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections. At New Life,
Weird, the transitions shifting the whole edit is definitely a little something to get used to.
Seeds enhance our food selections. At New Life, AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line.
I got it refixed again since I changed out that video clip.
Future of food.
Okay, let's see what else we got. So I guess I could add a title. We'll look to the stock stuff. There's audio. I don't want to record a voiceover. We're going to come back to this maybe. This is interesting. I don't know exactly what that does, but those seemingly tie maybe to my clips down there. But I don't need a voiceover for now, so we'll let that be. We've already looked at the stock. Oh, there's music. That's cool. I don't think I want Christmas tree on this. So let's look for something else. Maybe just some sort of weird corporate plain song. I'm okay with that. So let's double click and add that over here. So there's, looking at the waveform down there, you can see the first part of the song is pretty quiet, and the latter part of the song is kind of loud. So I just want to listen to it and see if I like the latter part more than I like the beginning part, because I need to adjust the levels for one or the other. And I don't need this whole part of the song after my video ends, so we'll just cut that off.
New life. Begin by.
So this is looking pretty good. Let's look and see what else we can find up here. I've already looked under tools, didn't really see anything there. Let's see, insert. So I want to balance out the sound here. Interesting. So this is kind of the scenes that we saw earlier. This is like had some place where we could type in some text or something. And now we can adjust the audio levels here.
New life. The environment.
Maybe a little bit louder.
New life.
I think I actually want to begin the song when it gets a little bit louder. So I'm just going to take that part off, move that up to the beginning here, and let's see what this sounds like.
New life. The environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm.
Just kind of keep on lowering that down a little bit,
Genetically
kind of balance
modified
it out.
seeds enhance our food selection.
It is interesting. So when I have this track selected, I go to sound and it gives me the fade in and fade out option, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a neat way to operate there.
At New Life, AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line. New Life, the future of food. New life, the environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have reshaped the way we farm. Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections. At New Life, AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line. New Life, the future of food.
Okay, I think that sounds pretty good. Let's click on, close that up, and then let's see what else we got here. Kind of interested in these scenes. To me, that's kind of fascinating. I think that probably be a different way of building this. But let's look at audio, video placeholders. It's interesting. You can record a voiceover there and then enter the script for the scene. So I guess the little white box there is your scene, And so when I had the video clips there earlier, adding them into that scene, I could rescale them. That's kind of interesting. So I could copy and paste my script in here, and then I don't need to record the voiceover. So I need to add another scene. So we go all scenes. Where would I? Maybe it's up in the scene area. The voiceover's going there. All scenes must be scene. Okay, so you can click plus there, or I bet you can do it from the top as well. But we'll just do it there. And then I could copy and paste the script for that next part there. It's interesting. It's an interesting way to, to work. So there's video placeholders. That's kind of interesting. Not sure how super useful that is, but it's, I guess, there at least. You can do text. Interesting presets. Speakers, phrases. So I guess it's probably got the same animations that Google Slides had, probably like that title we made earlier has. There you go. Okay, I'll delete that. Okay, center on scene, vertically, horizontally. Well, that didn't do anything. Maybe it'd have spaces at the end or something there. Okay, yeah, I guess you have to have the box about the same size the text is for it to try to center it. Okay. Shapes. Okay. Ooh, we can do some charts, I guess, from sheets or something. So we'll add a new place here. Let's try a pie chart. Okay. I'm imagining that you can animate these elements as they come on the screen. Yeah, it's got the whole thing animated rather than that individual element. Really don't need a chart for now. That was kind of interesting. Let's go back to the project that we're working on. Interesting, auto-generated closed captions. That's probably something to explore. There we go. So they're there. Let's do that.
That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have reshaped the
show script, so timings. Interesting. So there's shapes. Maybe I could like have an arrow or circle or something like on that screen for the genetics thing. I don't know, maybe I'll come back to that. So there should be a way of controlling some of the styling, like the color and brightness and stuff here. So there's our size. I don't particularly need a drop shadow. Position centered, so that's good to go. I think that's all fine. Don't necessarily want to animate it. So, background. Interesting. So I guess, the text in the first image with the logo is white. So I guess I could change that to some other color. It's interesting that that's a main menu item feature.
New life, the environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and
Playback. Start and end time. So that's the part of the clip that I'm using. Definitely don't want to loop it. Oh, that's interesting. Playback speed. But that's going to mess up my edit. Kind of hard to tell that I messed with the speed there at all.
Lights and drones
Did mess
have
up my edit a
reshaped
little
the
bit.
way we farm. Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections. Way we farm. Genetically
But it isn't
modified
there. I
seeds
guess you could do some slow-mo or something if you wanted to.
Genetically modified seeds enhance our food selections. At New Life, AI technologies are used to eliminate the need for human involvement in the food production line. New Life.
So in details, there used to be a setting like under slides here where you could like change the different aspect ratio or different size of your project. I don't really see anything like that though, so we'll just download this and see what happens. So the question becomes, what if I want this to be a vertical video? So once this finishes, maybe we will look at that. Since I didn't see the size thing there, I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe this is only for 1920 by 1080 or like HD horizontal video. Interesting, that's taking a little while to download. Okay, well, I'll give this a name here. And let's see if I'm just missing it. So I'll make a copy. Because maybe there's a way I can make this into an SD, or not an SD video, a vertical video. So I'll make a copy of it so I don't mess up my horizontal video. Now we will go searching for some settings. See if we can't find
New life, the environment. Everyone likes it, and so do we. That's why we're committed to saving it. Satellites and drones have
Yeah, I'm not
reshaped.
going to upgrade for now for the AI stuff. We'll just keep with what we got. I see details. I didn't bring up anything earlier. It just tells me about the project. Yeah, nothing here. Move, rename. Nothing there. There's no edit size like project settings. Don't think it would be under insert. That doesn't necessarily seem like a logical location for that. Format, maybe everything's all grayed out unless you have a clip selected, I guess. Scene. Nothing there. Tools doesn't seemingly have anything. There's a preferences window. Resize the shape. No, you can't manually type in a size that's 9 by 16. Well, all else fails. We can search the web or use the help file. Usually it's not super hard to find the place to convert it or to change the aspect ratio. Nothing over here on the side either. No versions. That's just comments. I don't think share has any options. Nothing there. Nothing contextually. So when nothing's selected, right clicking doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a way to convert this project to 9 by 16. So if you were going to make a video that you wanted to be a YouTube short, which Google owns, there's seemingly no way to to do that here. Maybe that's a future feature. Let's go out to Google here and do 9 by 16. I left out the space there. Oh, that's not super helpful. I need to change my search a little bit. Google Vid convert, project to whatever. CapCut. Google is suggesting you use CapCut. That's kind of funny. Open the video in Google Photos app. That's not it either. So either I'm not super good at searching about this Google Vid program, or it just is not able to do that function. But there's nothing there that says to get it into 9 by 16 vertical. It just looks like it's a 16 by 9 program. Well, I'm going to let this play here. I did look around a little bit, ended up finding that right now Google Vids only supports 16 by 9, just like what this post right here says. I did find that earlier, so that's kind of the limitation to it, but hopefully you've enjoyed this video and got to see a little bit about Google Vid and being able to use that as a possible tool. It seemingly is pretty straightforward as long as you need your product to be 16 by 9 and not, a vertical video.